my fabulous humans, welcome back to another fabulous episode here on Jacob is Here. We are here talking about birth, death is where we follow a single sim from birth to death. I want to mention there'll be 2 seasons of this because of how I've divided everything up. It just makes logical sense. So we are going through season 1 currently with our character Mindy, who we'll meet here in 1 second. Mindy we followed from actual birth. She gets birth in the first episode to death. So, yeah. I really wish I would have waited until infants came out because then it would have been cuter, but it's fine. Maybe if we do another character, we do something else like this. Today is Mindy's childhood birthday. Before we get into it, last week's episode is all about her first crush. If you're interested in that, I'll link it up in the card. Plus, there's a little sneak peek at the end with an announcement, a very big announcement. I don't think it's going to be talked about here, but it's important for Mindy as a character, and it was a little end credit scene, one would say. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Like I said, this is her birthday episode. We're back in the same spot. It's already set up and things. I don't think her teenage birthday, when she gets into an adult, will be here. At least her toddler and child birthday will all be in the same location. It's a nice place. There's nothing wrong with it. This is Mateo. This is her first crush. Now, speaking of her first crush, before we jump into the party and get her aged up and stuff, you guys don't know how this works. You don't know how the ending of these work is. We'll age her up, and then I will end it right there, and then I will, for the next part, I'll film getting her trait and her aspiration and stuff, and then her first day as a teen, and then we'll jump into the bigger stuff, the longer stuff. It's just how these parts work, and it goes through every single stage is my openings. They're practically in chapters, this is her child chapter and things. So with Mateo, something to keep a note of, under first love, which is called first crush in my opinion, we can be asked to be boyfriends. This simply just means that when they age up into teenagers and stuff, there is a possibility that they could get together into becoming boyfriend and girlfriend as teenagers. I'm keeping this as a simple crush. I'm going to put a meter inside the romance panel when they become teenagers and stuff. It's going to be really small, 20 or something, because it was a crush. They reflected the crush back and forth between another, but that's simply what this is going to be, and we'll see if it progresses into more things during high school, and if not, it doesn't. If it does, great for her. We'll see. Okay, I did invite the group over. The only person who hasn't shown up yet is Jaden, and I've been going around taking pictures with everybody as a child because I think it's going to be really cute to see them as we grow up and things, and we can decorate our house with them or, things like that. So I think it's really fun. Hello, Ed and Jacob coming in here to talk about friendships in Mindy's life that have changed in the course between the episodes, which I should have mentioned, between the birthday episode and the sleepover episode. So in between there, she actually had a big falling out with Indy. They got into a fight about toys, you know how it goes when you're a child, and she actually ended up being kicked out of the club. And so she invited Abian, which is a relatively new friend who will pop up much more as she gets older. So I just wanted to point that out there in the beginning. She's still very close with Amy, and there's a few other guys in the club as well that she's pretty close with. But for the other girl in the club, they end up having a falling out. I'm going to actually ignore this up here because ultimately my main goal is to blow out the candles and do presents and stuff like that. We're going to do presents afterwards. I invite about everybody that I could remember to invite. The birthday cake's in here with Grandma. Her mother is here. We've not seen Jennifer in a long time, and so I think this is going to be the first moment that we're going to touch on today. We're going to have a moment, and we're also going to take a picture with her because she hasn't seen her in such a very long time. They've not been in the same place. And she did go and she asked her mom, and her mom was like, I don't know. I think Grandma's taking care of the list. Go ask Grandma. And Grandma was like, if you really want her there, then you should we'll allow her to be there because she is your mom and she, that's what you want. Also, just a little fun fact for anybody out there, Dina is also here. Now, we do not get along with Dina whatsoever. We see her as a homewrecker and a whole 9 yards. Well, the extent of a child could see that, but a child can see a lot. I'm sure she's heard her mom, them fight over the phone and stuff. Because her mom does talk to Jennifer quite a bit. They FaceTime at least once or twice a day and things. It's a pretty big thing that they do. I think that's important to take note of. I'm just saying. It's so weird how small they are. She looks really tall there. Okay, once again, I just want to take a selfie with her. Take a photo. And we can take a picture of Jennifer and Mindy together over here. I'm nervous to do this because if there's one thing that does not really work out really well in life, all photos have been taken with everybody in the list that I think I will want photos with. So let's go ahead and call everybody in. We're gonna go all here together. I'm gonna bring you here and you here and you here. Gonna have everybody come on in as it is candle time. I'm nervous. I'm excited. So let's let's do it. Now, last time as a toddler, she didn't really have any thoughts, and so I didn't really have like what I think she would wish for. I think my question for you this time, if you guys want to answer in the comments, you guys obviously do not have to, is what do you think in this moment in time Mindy would wish for? What do you think she wants in life? Where do you think her aspirations are going to go? What do you think she wants to be when she grows up? What do you think she wishes for? I have an idea of what I think she might wish for. It's very sad. It's not a happy wish, but I think she thinks this is what she needs and what she thinks like her family needs and stuff. And I think we can all guess what that is. It's very interesting. As she gets older, the relationships she doesn't realize are happening around her will come more into fruition, which is what makes teenhood, I think, the most fun. Because as a child, she's starting to notice things such as her mom disappears like every night almost. She comes back the next morning. She doesn't know where she goes. Her mom also has a friend running around here. I've not introduced her yet because Mindy hasn't seen her or introduced her, but she has a friend running around. Maybe a special friend. Maybe not a special friend. Who knows? You'll find out soon, I promise. And so relationship-wise and stuff, I think it's all very intriguing. I don't know. I'm just really excited for her to age up. But of course, with that being said, with Mindy being aged up, I will see you guys all next time for the first episode for Teenagehood. I'm so nervous and excited for Teenagehood. The way it works is we'll jump in and I'll do this menu and then I'll do a create some makeover right afterwards, and I'm gonna go around and age everybody up instead of high school years, and then we'll do it immediately when we'll jump in. I'm very excited for Teenage. I have pretty much everything planned out, like the big moments I want to happen and stuff. And let me know how you guys feel. We're gonna figure out what she wants to do when she grows up. There's a lot of fun things we're figuring out this next episode, or this next stage in her life. I'll talk to you guys all next time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, goodbye.